we've all seen historically, Kalaignar Karunanidhi has always wanted this, and of course now, as it were, Stalin taking it forward. But if you need affirmative action, like he says, why exclude the Dalit Christians? I mean, just because you change your religion, that should not possibly, deprive you of certain, certain reservations that is applicable to, let us say, your counter, that being either Hindu, Sikh, or Buddhist. What is your opinion on this? Do you think that this is to expand the affirmative action umbrella, as it were, or you think this is just, as always, politics, Narayan Lakshman?
Yes, that's a very important question, and I think we have to understand two things. On the one hand, we have to understand what affirmative action or the reservation policy as such has been. And your colleague on the panel just correctly put it, since the early years of it in post-independence, it has been about recognizing social inequalities, which of course are differentiated. And even the recent conversations about EWS quota has clarified that. Social inequalities requiring social justice, proactive measures are the result of multi-generation deprivations based on, for example, caste, where across generations, let's say within a family of a certain person within a certain caste group, there has been deprivation systematically happening, and that has disadvantaged the person from accessing certain resources of the state or in different regards, whether looking at education or employment. So that is the idea behind the reservation side. Now, the second silo to sort of look at is the Dravidian model, which MK Stalin has spoken about extensively, and indeed as have his critics in the BJP. The Dravidian model is also about social justice approached from the lens of political mobilization, which has happened, as we know, since 1967 and even before that, to bring lower and even some middle caste to a higher status. In the early years, it was about anti-Brahmanism, but now it is a far more inclusive social movement, if you can call it that, which is about bringing access to these resources. So I think, as your colleague just now said, it is about these two ideologies coming together. Of course, Tamil Nadu already has the highest level of reservation in the country at 69%. That is extremely high and goes well beyond the Supreme Court level of 50%, Supreme Court mandated level. But I think in terms of the intention, the motivation behind the policy, one has to see it through this lens. Obviously, when you're looking at someone crossing a religious divide or a religious line and then requesting the benefits of reservation, the question we should ask is, by crossing that religious line, do you automatically become ineligible from a social justice point of view or a social right point of view? And that is where the challenge lies, because the answer is simply no. You still face the same deprivations.
Right. Cynthia Stephen, let me also welcome you into the discussion now. Cynthia, you know what Narayan Lakshman was saying, in the first place, when you are a particular social strata which is deemed to be underprivileged, marginalized, I quite concur with what Narayan Lakshman says, where he says that just because you change your religion, you cannot be deprived of certain, reservations that is given to you. I have read case studies in Tamil Nadu where somebody who was a Dalit Christian apparently, converted back a god, because they are called OBC there, and then in order to get an SC certificate, apparently, the local administration came and checked out his house and his daughter's house to see whether they're still going to church. So, this is kind of, I know that perhaps they got the orders from someone up there because the laws are still in place. But the point is that this is a very, very serious thing which is going on, and I quite concur with it. What is your opinion on this, Cynthia?
In the first place, I think there is a total shift in the opinion that once you convert, you need to lose your reservations, because as my predecessor in the panel spoke, also as Mr. Stalin has spoken, and you have also agreed, the religious status of the person doesn't necessarily change the social status. So it is very essential that people understand this, So it is a continuing denial of justice to a community which has been disadvantaged by not by denying those benefits to those who choose to convert to Islam and Christianity.
Right.
It's a very selective discrimination, and there is no logical reason why this has to be perpetrated. But I would like to add that I think the BJP speaks with on two sides of the mouth in this. On the one hand, it is okay for them to woo the Christians in Kerala because
Right.
they are interested in political gains on the one hand, and then they're challenging and asking whether there is untouchability in Christianity and Islam. This has nothing to do with untouchability either in Christianity or in Islam. Untouchability and is not a religious thing so much as a socio-cultural
Yes,
practice, and that has to be clearly understood. And
Yeah.
when people are converting, then they are converting because they have a certain personal conviction and they want to live their lives differently, but the society continues to discriminate against them. So
Right,
it
Cynthia.
totally undoes the constitutional desire for social justice.
Right. Narayan Thirupathy, Vice President of the BJP in Tamil Nadu, is also joining us. Narayanan, can you hear me?
Yes, Sudha.
Yeah. So, Narayanan, the whole point is that I just saw I just heard your bite, and you've been very vehement, and you said, they cannot do it. You called it unconstitutional. You said it will create confusion, etc., etc. I just have one, please go ahead, but, when you answer the question, my whole point is, untouchability cannot be the main word here because untouchability is a crime. So therefore, to say whether there is caste wars or untouchability perpetrated in Tamil Nadu is another conversation. I just want you to, for the benefit of the viewers, Narayanan, talk about what is the objection of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Tamil Nadu to what M.K. Stalin brought about in the assembly today.
See, not only in Tamil Nadu, the entire India. In 1950, the Scheduled Caste reservation was created for the SC people, the Scheduled Caste. By order 1950, it was created because the entire society was felt that it was not treated equal because untouchability was there. This is the main thing. And what has happened is that the Kaka Kalkar committee in 1955, if I am right, they have very clearly said that in the Sikh community, the untouchability was practiced and people were not treated as equals. That is why the Sikhs were included into the list of Scheduled Caste, the order 1950, and it was amended. And again in 1990s, Buddhist people were added. Now, right from the day one, both Christianity and Islam, they say that they do not have any caste system in their religion, and also they have been saying that all are treated equally. So whoever is poor, they are supposed to be economically poor, and they are not backward socially or by caste wise or untouchability. That is what these people have been saying. And number two, the entire DMK or Congress or the other allies of DMK were saying that untouchability and unequalness were practiced only in Hinduism. And in fact, Mr. Stalin, the Chief Minister, while addressing so many functions or marriages in Christianity or in Islam, used to say that he liked the Christianity and Islam only because they all were equal, treated equal in that religion. So where is the question of reservation comes here?